Okay, where is the urgency by this Spurs player right here, guarding this Hornets player? Like, what? Stop! You can't still be in the paint right now. You can play the gaps with LaMelo Ball, but you can't still be in the paint. Like, if you get screened, you get screened. You cannot start leaning towards the screen. Look at this Spurs player leaning towards the screen. So now you're just giving up an open LaMelo Ball 3. There's a lot wrong with this play. We will just focus on what this guard is doing right now. He is again leaning towards the screen. Look at him lean towards the screen that way. So now you're going to get beat with a crossover this way, okay? And now you're off balance. Now you're left gambling. So look what happens. Look at the space. It's very hard to guard this screen in any way when there's this much space between you and LaMelo Ball. And now it's over. Again, there's a lot wrong with this play. We will just focus on what the Spurs player is doing after this pass, all right? So Gordon Hayward's coming this way. You need to drop and get yourself in a defensive stance. This is, when you're guarding with your back to your man, that's not a defensive stance. So this player is just lollygagging, doing God knows what. Now LaMelo Ball's wide open. This is why you hedge. It makes the backside defender's life a lot easier. So we're up. We're pushing LaMelo Ball this way. This backside defender can step up. If a skip pass is made, I can easily recover. Look at when you let LaMelo Ball just dribble into the lane like this. Now this backside defender's got to come all the way into the paint, and this skip pass is going to take way less time to get there. God, can the Spurs stop doing this? Doug McDermott, you want LaMelo Ball to come off the screen. You want him to. Your ball screen defense executes. When you lean one way, you get beat the other way again. Gotta stay attached to your man right here, okay? If LaMelo Ball comes off of the screen, then you're attached, and then you guard. You hedge, you switch, whatever. But you gotta be, look, right now, this player, LaMelo Ball never comes off the screen, and he just picked his dribble up. So if I'm attached to my man, which he's not, I'm just staying with P.J. Washington. But instead, you're guarding LaMelo Ball coming off a ball screen, even though he never did. Where is the sense of urgency by Devontae Graham? Get up, but get your feet set in a defensive stance, okay? Wide base. Is Devontae Graham ever here in a defensive stance? No, he's just backpedaling the whole way. Okay, if you are Zach, stop. Why is Zach Collins not in a defensive stance? Get your feet set. Wide base. Defensive stance. You know what happens when that happens? Now when LaMelo Ball comes this way, I'm stunting. I'm going to get his dribble picked up. I'm not moving my feet, and I'm recovering. But look at Zach Collins. Never in a defensive stance. So now this gap's wide open. What is the Spurs player doing? First of all, why are you guarding Gordon Hayward like this? Get underneath Gordon Hayward, all right? Because look what happens. Now this screen gets set. What are you doing about it? I mean, if you're underneath Gordon Hayward, okay, now what can I do? I can switch, I can hedge. I can't do anything. What? Okay, the Spurs are just going to switch and then switch back with this ball screen right here, okay? So this Spurs player is not involved in any way. So you should be seeing the ball and your man, all right? Look, watch this Spurs player in the corner. Look at this. Look at him just staring at the ball when you're not in part of the ball screen. It's a switch. Again, if you are this Spurs player here, you cannot just stare at the shot, all right? Layups up. You need to start getting back now, okay? Start to get back. If an offensive rebound happens, you can get back in the play. But if you just stare at the shot like this, this is what happens. This is strong side ISO. The Hornets have identified this as a mismatch. So we're not going to leave Gordon Hayward on an island going one-on-one. Let's move this player in, okay? Be in a defensive stance, wide base, back to the baseline. So now I'm up, and I'm forcing Gordon Hayward this way. I can stunt. I don't have to move my feet. So I'll easily be able to recover. I mean, you just going to let this happen? This is on Zach Collins right here. So when does LaMelo Ball hesitate and pick his dribble up? All right? He just did. Okay, so if you are Zach Collins, you need to have urgency in recovering to Mark Williams. This is not urgency in recovering to Mark Williams. Come on, let's not give up practice jumpers to Gordon Hayward. Let's get up. Let's push him to the sideline. I have backside help right here. This Spurs player can guard these Hornets players 2 passes away. I mean, really? Really? Again, this is on this Spurs big right here. When does LaMelo Ball pick his dribble up? Right now, he just picked his dribble up, so you should be sprinting and recovering. This player now can guard one-on-one. The dribble's picked up. But instead, what does this Spurs player do? Sticks around to do I don't even know what. If you're this Spurs player here, don't jog. It doesn't matter that this is your man. Sprint back. Look at this jogging. It's unacceptable. You need to be sprinting. You should be here. Back to the baseline. Now there's no place to go. I can stunt. I can recover. But you're above the three-point line. I mean, this is just a disaster. I mean, this is a screen. This is a handoff into a screen, okay? So what are you doing about it? Are you going to switch it? Do you want to hedge it? You have backside help right here if you want to hedge it. But you can't do nothing. Like, you just did nothing. Okay, if you're Keita Bates-Diop, you got to have way more of a sense of urgency in getting over to LaMelo Ball. Like, you got to be sprinting over here to guard LaMelo Ball. Look at Keita Bates-Diop. What that is... Now you get destroyed. Okay, so this Spurs player's beat right here that forces a double at the rim. Okay, as this pass is getting made, which is literally right now, okay, you need to be sprinting up, okay? Or this player can rotate here and you rotate here. But someone's got to be getting over to LaMelo Ball on the airtime of this pass. Look at how long it takes for someone to get to LaMelo Ball. And where's the urgency on that rotation? I hate the Spurs ball screen defense right here, but the problem's the backside help. Okay, Doug McDermott's in backside help, okay? And this player is staying towards the ball. So this Spurs player needs to stay in the corner. Look at this. This Spurs player is in the paint for absolutely no reason. You know what happens next. Okay, so you switch this screen. Stop. Right now, you should be underneath the screener right now with your back to the baseline in a defensive stance. See, look at this spurt. Like right now, you're not in defensive. So right now, you should already be back to the baseline, seeing ball, seeing man. So when Gordon Hayward comes this way, I'm stunting. I don't have to move my feet. I can recover. Instead, if you have to take your feet inward like that, you're never going to get back outward. What is Zach Collins doing? The ball screen is being set to this angle. Why are you coming like the ball screen is being set to this angle? Look at Zach Collins. Where are you? Wow. Communicate in transition. Who has the ball? If this player's taking the ball, say something. Say you're taking ball. So this player knows to go here and this player knows to go here. Whoops, we have no communication, so people are standing in no man's land. If you're switching this screen, you need to get underneath the screener when you switch. If you switch over the top like this, who's boxing out PJ Washington then?